Hi, my name is Deborah Jones, and I'm on Miss Driver's side. I'm on her side because we do need affirmative action, and there is a lot of racism, and I don't care about what nobody say, and all the little bickering comments, keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I am something ghetto, and I am smart. You know. But this man, he's a black man, and he's against his own race. So that's it. That's all I want to say. So I wanted to say, like, okay, you keep saying, like, okay, black people and everything, but why are you against affirmative action? If you're on the black people's side and a minority, then you keep on cracking these jokes. The joke's not funny.
You got a question? The fact of the matter is, affirmative action is a race-based government program. If you allow the state of California to look at you and determine by your color or your gender what benefits you're going to get, you're going to be a slave. I know that she's working to help the people, but so did Master. And what I'm trying to tell you is that before affirmative action, we thrive. And every time they manage us, they manage to help themselves to us. I may be stupid, I may be on time, I mean whatever you want to call me, but I'm also right.
Yeah, whatever. I don't agree with that.
Just on that, the fact of the matter is that affirmative action programs have increased Black and Latino political power. That's why they're under attack. That's why law school has been the center of the attack against affirmative action. The question isn't, is the state your friend and is it evil? The question is, who has political power in this society and who gets to determine the policies of the state? With affirmative action, we increase our power and our right to make sure that the policies of this nation stand for us.
Who is our affirmative action homework counselor?
I think we'll go to another question, please, over here.
How does admitting a 4.0 student from Roosevelt High School who has been, we'll say, discriminated against, how does admitting them to UC Berkeley, the College of Letters and Science, fix that high school that does not have adequate AP courses? How does that help?
Master doesn't want you to get an education, he wants you to get indoctrination. So the idea, folks, what I just heard a minute ago, I may be crazy, I'm not a liar, but what I heard was a lie a minute ago. That these prosperous schools get twice as much funding as the poor schools? Are you out of your mind? Lincoln High School gets $9,000 per student. Name me a school that gets $9,000 per student and they can't teach you to read or write. The kids graduated unable to compete at the school. That is racism. Now Beverly Hills High, that school produces some good students. Guess what? They can graduate. They can go to college. It's not racism, it is capitalism. Because every parent at Beverly Hills High can take that child out of school immediately and put them in a private school. The solution is not affirmative action, it's vouchers. Thank you.
Oh yeah! Yeah!
On the question that you asked, 3 ways it makes a difference. First, having Latino students from Roosevelt High here has made a tremendous difference to that community. Every student that gets into Berkeley is qualified to be here. So we're not talking about unqualified versus qualified students. For Latino students to be here, to be able to have access to the flagship university that this state has makes a difference in terms of their education and the rights of the whole community. Second thing, everybody who talks about urban education and improvement come to UC Berkeley now and you go to the urban education program, because of the loss of affirmative action, you'll see 1 or 2 black students, 1 or 2 Latino students, 1 or 2 Filipinas there. That's it. When we're talking about building the next generation of educators to address these problems, if we don't even have people who come from those communities being a part of that discussion, developing those policies, there can be no hope of progress.
Hope of progress. Once again, folks, look at me. I came here before affirmative action. I came here competing with the test scores. I did not have an affirmative action homework counselor help me get through Berkeley. And by the way, I competed on a pretty good level. I started school in the winter of '73, and I graduated here in this room in the summer of '75. So I'm not dumb. I'm actually quite capable. The bottom line, folks, if you want black people, Hispanic people, women to come to this campus and compete, and more importantly, graduate, you better prepare them in high school. Now, she will never tell you about the graduation rate of minorities in the school under affirmative action. The top 9% of black high school graduates came to these universities, and they did get 300 points on SAT because of the color of their skin, and they got in this class artificially, and the top 9% became college dropouts. That's racism.
What you're saying is just not true. First of all, affirmative action programs on this campus began in 1965. So you, like me, were a beneficiary of affirmative action. Second,
that's amazing.
Minority students, black and Latino, under affirmative action, and today matriculate in the same degree as white students and Asian students on this campus. The only difference, the only thing that forces students to drop out of all races is lack of financial ability to continue at a university like this. So many black and Latino students have to work their way through a university like this, have to labor, have to have jobs, come from families which are impoverished, and there's more concentration of poverty in our communities even when we have made it. Oftentimes, those of us who are middle class have families that are working class and poor, and we're responsible for all their support. We're not like George Bush. We didn't get in with legacy, and we don't have those great families.
You can hate George Bush if you want to, but I'm going to ask a favor. I want the timer.
Mister, can we go to the next question, please?
Okay. But I want the timer to stand up and try to.
Please, next question here.
Hi, my name is David Moody. I am a PhD student here. Is the mic on?
Yes, it's on.
Okay. I had a question for clarification. Weaver, I want a quick clarification. In your speech, you said those who go to universities that have affirmative action are intellectually inferior. Is that what you meant?
No.
No. Okay. Just clarification. And then I wanted.
No, but you have to. No. Okay, go ahead.
And then the question I have, I want for both of you to define what affirmative action is, because there seems to be some confusion on what affirmative action is, and thus different sides.
Mr. Weaver, you have 2 minutes.
Okay. I would like to first ask the timer to stand up when time is over. But we got some filibustering going on here. Great speech.